Please subscribe and visit us on our website, victoryforhope.com.
Hello, everybody, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Love, Lunch, and Lex. I am Lex. If you have not already, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you're notified when I post new content and do live streams. Just as a heads up, the month of November is my Customer Appreciation Month in celebration of my birthday, and you are not going to want to miss the things that I'm doing. There's going to be something happening every week for the month of November, including some giveaways. All right. So what we're going to talk about today is understanding and creating a climate for understanding for yourself and also the people that you are around and that you interact with on a regular basis. Okay. So I want to share, I love my Living Reiki healing cards from Miss Penelope Quest. If you were interested in these cards, again, I did buy them from Barnes and Noble. Okay. But Penelope, what she had to say, and I'm going to elaborate on it because there's a lot of examples here that she gave that I would have said anyway. So I'm just going to go ahead from here and then expand upon it. All right. So she says, if you change your reaction by perhaps being more understanding of the other person's position because you realize their perception of it is different from yours, or feeling less threatened by someone's actions by developing more self-confidence and greater self-esteem, or simply by listening to his or her explanation rather than instantly sounding off, then you'll get a whole new set of reactions from the people around you. When you are so snappy and backbiting, and you, instead of this is one thing I do. The main thing that I have started doing, rather than assume, ask questions. Even if it's a situation or a scenario where you think you do understand what the person is saying, ask questions to make sure that you're on the right path, because what they said may not be what you think they meant, or they may have said it in a way that's not necessarily what they meant. So if someone says, you know what, I want to be with the person who has a stable income and blah, 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 blah. Don't come back and say, oh, that means that you just want somebody to be rich and take care of you. That's not what the person said. They just said they want to be with someone who has a stable income. They didn't say anything about wanting to use the person or to be taken care of. All right. That's just an example. I had to deal with that so many times. And y'all, when you listen to understand rather than listen to respond, it is so much easier. I mean, y'all have no idea. And this is one thing I will never understand. When it comes to text messages and emails, these are two of the most common ways to misunderstand somebody real quick. Understand, y'all, in most cases, a text message or an email does not have a tone. It is words. Read the words, not what you think the person is trying to inflict through the words. That's not your problem. Do you understand what it is they're saying? And if you don't, ask them, okay? Because you're going to save yourself however long worth of going back and forth, and you done snapped on this person and they didn't even mean no harm by it. Now, sometimes people be trying to get slick, but that's why you still ask questions. So you know, okay, well, I feel like this. Is that what you meant? If not, I do apologize, but I'm just, want to make sure that we're on the same page. Very simple. Very simple. That way they can explain, yes, that's what I meant. I said what I said, or no, I actually meant this. And then you can move from there, okay? My people, especially my bosses, my parents, and my spouses out there, People who are in leadership positions and have some sort of authority or direct effect upon people, please listen up clearly. When you are constantly on edge and you constantly misinterpret and misunderstand the people that you are speaking to and dealing with, that you have effect over, it makes them shut down. It makes them not want to come to you, or even result to lying to you to avoid confrontation. If every time your child comes to you about something and you're flying off the deep end, they're going to stop telling you stuff. Same thing with your spouse. Same thing with your subordinates at work. If you're a supervisor or something like that, they're not going to come to you. Y'all, I had a team lead. The girl was god awful. I mean, I know she wanted to do a good job, but she was just very unhelpful and very condescending and very much a micromanager. And I don't need that. I don't need that. And so I let her know, this is how you're coming off. This is how I'm taking it. And at this point, I have no desire to come to you for anything because you're not helpful. You don't want that to happen. You don't want to break that connection with people who you work with or live with. Okay? Don't do that. Listen. If you got to walk away and come back to address the situation, do that. But don't fly off the deep end. Don't think the worst. And don't try to interpret what the person says. That is so frustrating. I feel that I'm a very clear communicator. I'm a person, you may not get my certain figures of speech that I say, or certain my accent or my dialect, but I said what the heck I said. And I was with somebody, y'all, I swear to God, this person insisted, always trying to interpret what I said. I am probably one of the very few, if I'm the only one that I know for sure, woman who is going to tell you exactly what she's thinking and feeling. Why? Because I don't want to go through the back and forth. I'm not into playing games. You will know exactly what's going on. And if it has anything to do with you, if you can change it, if you can fix it, I'll talk to you. If it has nothing to do with you, if let's say I come home and I'm upset, I may not feel like talking about it. And I say, you know what? I don't really want to talk about it right now. It's nothing that you or I can really change or fix. So just give me a moment, and thank you for being there. If I do feel like talking about it later, I appreciate you being there for doing that. Will get upset and swear it had something to do with him or I was hiding something. No, I just don't want to continue rehashing things that is upsetting or negatively affecting me. Okay? Please understand, listen for understanding, not a response or trying to jump in and fix everything. All right, y'all? So what we're going to do now is pull an oracle message from our Whispers of Love oracle. What we are asking for here is how to attract more love into our lives, how to maintain and sustain any existing loving relationships, and also how to be more loving to ourselves and others, okay? This goes right hand in hand. This couldn't have been a more perfect card to go right into what we were doing. This is number 44. And it says, get to know each other. When you add the two fours together, that is an 8. And 8, you guys, is a number of dreams, aspirations, and goals. Okay. So your goal should be getting to know one another, your partner, and the people that you are in constant contact with. Okay. And it says, learning to meet another's needs for love is important for a relationship to grow. The need to feel loved and appreciated motivates how we will act in a relationship. Taking time to understand each other will benefit you, as you will find that this will only help love to grow. Recognize your differences and don't try to control every aspect of what is before you. Okay? Again, listening to understand does not mean that you agree with the person, but understanding how a person moves, how they think, how they feel, how they react to certain situations is going to help you in dealing with them and make sure that your communication is a lot more open and effective. Okay? So that is this week's episode of Love, Lunch, and Lex. I pray that this helps somebody. If you know someone who could use this message, please share it. Comment if this does fit your situation. Like it. Again, like I said, subscribe and hit that notification bell because there's going to be a lot of fun things upcoming for the next couple of weeks. Even probably I think I might extend some of it to the end of the year, but you want to make sure that you are in the loop when I start all these nice, fun things that I'm going to be doing, guys. All right. So until next time, take care.